All right, hold on, put in the chat.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey. Let's see if we can get done, cuz.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Tampa. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
What?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oh, I gotta take this motherfucker out. Ain't no way in here. All right, let's go. Shit crazy. I don't know why my depth chart be changed on his own. I should be doing that shit sometime, man.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Buccaneers at 9-6 now. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Second down, back to Fournette. And this time he's
Damn,
able to take it down to the 42.
Come on, man.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Fournette on the counter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. Now they'll throw with Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
To throw again on second down. Brady. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle it and play their game and defend that advantage.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Everybody good. You did shoot the high ball.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and we are tied at 7. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first down throw, Darnold. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Touchdown, Panthers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
Darnold on first down. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Again, it'll be Hubbard. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Sam Darnold, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
Excuse me.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A handoff, Fournette running left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
God damn.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Right back to Hubbard.
Come on, block, Brady.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken
doing,
down at the
Brady?
line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This one from 48 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing now is Brady. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Brady now on 1st down. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Brady again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 27, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Oh, man.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Straight ahead with Hubbard.
Oh, why you let him go?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's
why you
not
let
a
him
very
go,
generous one. He
God?
looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Fournette running right. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Brady's
what the
complete
fuck?
there to Evans. 30. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play.
Hey,
They
calm
picked
down.
up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
There's Evans again, complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because They have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1.
Brady going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up third and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? To throw is Brady. Under pressure, they got him again. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
Succop's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second and 1. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
In the game.
In the game.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Buccaneers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. We'll see a return here from the... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Darnold.
He dropped it.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, my God.
Not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Oh! A deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Got a man complete to Miller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Brady to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Brady. He completes it to Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Brady now on 1st down.
Finding Miller once more, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
On
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final try now for Brady. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.